Welcome to Talk Birdie to Me with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn and Tour Pro Mark Allen, live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our great partners, Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie to Me. Driving a BMW is like hitting the perfect shot. Smooth, controlled and powerful. Titleist, the clear number one ball in golf. FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Better, when the greats bet, they bet with Better. Ping will help you play your best. And the Golf Clearance Outlet, who beat everyone's prices. Now, here's Nick and Mark.
Hello, everybody. This is a feedback podcast, and I've got some feedback for you and you.
Please.
Right, are you ready to go?
Yeah, fire. Is it a whack?
No.
Okay.
It's something I've been doing. So I'm always rolling on the roller on my back.
That's the one, yeah.
But I've always had trouble loosening up the top of my spine.
Okay.
You know what I've been doing lately? And it's working, is that I've got one of Kelly's old footies and I pump it up. And because when you roll on the roller, your shoulder blades get in the way, it never really gets the top.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm rolling the bottom part with the roller, and then I get rid of that thing.
Yeah.
And I've got this little footy, and
You
I
put
just
that in
roll on the little footy, and it gets the top bit. And can I tell you this? I would always be turning like this because my neck was so stiff. Check it out, buddy.
Yeah. Wow.
Loose as a goose.
The other thing you can do is turn the roller the other way.
How do you roll on that?
Well, you go a little side to side and
Really?
Anyway, yeah, it's
I've
another
never
one.
tried that
Just turn
one.
it vertically instead of horizontally.
Is that for your neck, is it?
Well, yeah. I remember I've told you before how I used to get really tight traps.
Yeah.
Well, I've been getting the tight traps,
Okay.
and I've just been trying so hard to kind of loosen everything up. And I had a brainwave. You know, every once in a while you'd be sitting there going, "Why don't I try this?" And a tiny little footy, and like I said, because it's an oval,
That's a good
it
idea.
misses my shoulder blades, and it has done wonders. I just want to go check it out and see if I've got more shoulder turn. If I've got more shoulder turn, I'm going to cancel this episode.
Okay.
And we're going to sell it.
All right.
It's so funny you raise this because I've been having quite a lot of pain here in my right shoulder.
Right.
And so Jay said to us, "Look, you've been whinging your ass about this. Go and do something about it." So I booked in for a sports massage, which I never do because I don't like massages. I'm not a fan.
Right.
But it was good. It hurt though. Oh man, it really hurt. But she said, "I think you need dry needling," which I don't know anything about. I'm a bit nervous about, to be honest.
You haven't
It's
done
going
it?
to hurt.
I've never done it.
It's very good.
Really?
Yeah,
It hurts like, yeah.
It hurts?
It
What?
hurts.
Yeah, it hurts, hurts a lot.
Hang on, she said it didn't hurt.
Well,
No, it hurts a lot.
It depends.
But it works.
But it's very good.
Yeah, really, it's worth it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, she did say it was very, very good.
You're not chicken, eh?
I'm not
It's
over the moon
worth it,
about it. No, I'm not wrapped with needles, but
Aren't you?
not really. I'm used to them because I'm a diabetic, but I'm not wrapped about it.
I had it done. You know, I had the sore back a while back after Christmas. Had that dry needling.
They can needle your
Beautiful.
back.
Oh yeah, you can do it anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Very good.
Anyway, if you're having trouble with your thoracic spine at the top bit,
Yeah.
get a little footy and roll away.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
feeling magnificent.
Okay.
Let's hook into some feedback here, guys. Get the glasses on.
Wow.
All right, this comes from Steve. Guys, catching up on the pod. I was away a couple of weeks in Tassie. I was lucky enough to play Barnbougle, all three courses.
Cool.
And then I moseyed down to Hobart and played 7 Mile Beach.
Oh,
Here's my opinion.
Okay.
Right.
It will be in the world's best courses in a couple of years.
Wow.
The fairways were okay, but the layout is amazing. It bit me, but I can't wait to go back. It's going to be amazing, but I can see why there's going to be divided opinions on the layout. But to me, one of the best courses I've ever played.
Wow.
Cheers.
I love hearing that. That is great news. And look, because the fairways are a little bit thin, and that's constant. Most people are saying that the fairways are a little bit thin at the moment, and they'll thicken up and they'll be great. But it is nice when people go to Barnbougle and then go here. So they've they're not just rocking up and seeing one Tassie course that's been designed a little bit differently from your parkland golf courses that we're used to in Australia, and going, hey, this place is pretty spectacular, because he's comparing it to other top 50 golf courses in the world at Barnbougle.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely is.
That's big.
Era Golf. Nick and Mark, I'm a little bit surprised you didn't mention any of the great Australian commentators when you were talking about commentators when golf was at its peak here in Australia in the 80s and 90s.
I thought we did.
People like Sandy Roberts and Jack Newton.
We didn't mention Jack.
I don't think we did. No.
Are you kidding me?
I
We
don't
didn't
thought we
mention
did.
Jack.
Maybe
wow.
look, if we may have, but I don't remember it.
The mayor's
Maybe we
office?
didn't. Yeah.
No, Jack's got a special
The
place in
tradition
Australia.
continues.
The
Commercially sound.
commercially sound. All that sort of stuff. No, Jack
Fabulous.
was a star. I used to
Paddy
like
Welsh on course.
Paddy Welsh on course was great. Sandy Roberts was great. He could do
was
it
great.
all. Sandy Roberts. What about Brett Officer?
Yeah.
What about Ozzie Moore? I used to love
yeah.
Ozzie Moore when I was a kid. He was a
Gosh,
star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Tim Lane, back in the old days at ABC.
Oh, he did
when
too.
I first started watching golf, Tim Lane was a big part of it.
Right, a message from Passion here. I've had 4 hole-in-ones, one in a round by myself. I count it. I know it's not official, like 2 of the others were in competition. The other one was with friends in a social round. I tell people who ask me that I've had 4, 2 official and 2 unofficial.
Okay.
I suppose
Well,
you
if
could say that.
If you're going to ask us, you've got 3,
Yeah.
not 4.
Mm.
You cannot count holes in if you're just new to the program. If you're part of our wolf pack, if you have a hole-in-one plan by yourself, it's not a hole-in-one. You just hold a shot while you're playing golf by yourself.
Mm.
That's it.
Mm.
So unfortunately, you've had 3 in our world, but I'm happy for you to tell people you've had 4 if you want to live in that little fairyland that you find yourself in.
Question, boys, from Sven. Can you confirm this? I've heard, and Nick, you may have particularly some insight in this, I've heard that Tiger Woods slowed down to upset fast players and sped up to upset slow players to try and upset the people who would fall in those categories. Is that true?
Did he slow down for you because you're a fast player?
No, I didn't notice if he did. So, but match play, that in match play specifically, there's a bit of an art to that. Or if you're coming down the stretch in a stroke play tournament and it's just you and your opponent, there's some art to that as well. So I never noticed it with Tiger. I don't know if he did it with other players. He may have done. I've seen it happen before.
Did you notice an attitude change the second time you played him in match play after the first time beating him?
No, because he was very focused the first time anyway. And anytime you play match play against Tiger, or you see him playing against other players, he is locked in from the get-go. Fortunately for me, the second time he didn't play very well in the beginning, so I got the lead early, and he was, obviously trying to fight back the whole time. So, no, in a nutshell.
Have you got your tombstone organised? The only person in the history of the world to beat Tiger Woods twice in match play.
I was at an outing a while ago, and I will never wear this hat publicly, but someone did give me a golf cap.
Yeah.
And it has a picture of a tiger on it.
Yeah.
And underneath it says Slayer.
Oh, you're joking.
But I will not wear that in public. It may come out
what about the tombstone?
at home or something. That'd be a bit of fun.
tombstone.
No, of course not. Gosh, come on.
Only person in history to beat Tiger Woods twice. I would.
Would you
Yeah,
wear
I know
that
you
hat
would.
on the pod just like for a
Yeah.
shot?
No.
What
What about this?
Get back to Tiger.
Hang on. If
You
you
don't
wear
wanna
that
do
hat on the pod,
Yeah.
would you wear that hat on the pod if Mark eats a banana on the pod?
Oh,
No, I'm not eating a banana on the
oh,
pod.
there you go. That answers
Oh,
that.
okay.
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 I would throw up on the table, Ben. It's the
okay.
last thing you need.
We had that story last week, Mark, where you told the story about your mum bringing a sanger down to
Vegemite sandwiches,
a Vegemite
yes.
sandwich down, and we put a clip up. That little short clip was very funny. I thought it was a great story. Claverton has said there is no love greater than a mother's love, and I'm sure Val would agree.
It was very embarrassing at the time, but beautiful also.
Yeah.
It was very nice of Mum.
Sweet moment.
It
Good on
was.
you, Mum.
Jim, I cannot wait for Dottie. She will be great. So we'll follow it up and get that sorted.
Especially when she had the view to what we saw last week. I mean, she was in Rory's group. So
Calling it the whole way.
the whole way.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And you see so much from on the ground. You hear the conversations and
How are we
everything
gonna-
else going on
how are we
too.
going to do it? Because we're kind of hosting her and it's kind of a bit of a, a look at your life, Dottie, but I want to know what it was like on Sunday. I want to know.
I'm sure she gets asked it a lot, don't worry. So
We'll have to do her life before the break and then after it.
could be a
you
long
know.
one. So
It might be a long one. Oh, no, it'll be great.
I
All
hope,
right.
I hope she understands.
Got some more questions and comments, including some questions about what you guys have got in your garages at home, golf club wise. So we'll get onto those
All right.
after the turn.
Wow, that's mind-blowing. I mean, it feels so solid.
That's as consistent as it gets.
Oh my gosh, it's good, man. You know, hot.
I'm glad if they play a different driver. because I know this one's the best. It's the best feeling driver I've ever hit.
Some courses perfect the landscape, others the experience, and every now and then, both come together. Golf Loot exists to bring dreams to life. A chance for you and your crew to live the stories you've only heard about. Journey crafted. Memories waiting. The kind of trip you'll talk about for the rest of your life because of who you shared it with. Some dreams sit just out of reach until someone hands you the key. Yours is waiting. Join the club.
From Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, this is Talk Birdie to me. We're here for BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie to me. The golf clearance outlet, they beat everyone's prices. Ping will help you play your best. And better, ahead of the game. Now for Titleist, the number one ball in golf, and FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Here's Nick and Mark.
Okie doke, second half of this little podcast. What have we got coming up next, Dan?
Okay, this one from Kristen. Kristen has said, I think there is a difference between courses that were built in the golden age. She's talking about American courses on the back of the conversation about American-style courses, and the new golden age, which is the last 20 years or so, where Doak, Core, Crenshaw, Hans courses are dominating new course design in the US. Most, if not all, of the new ones are anything but cookie cutter. I do know the point you were trying to make, but trying to clarify for your listeners who may not have had the chance to visit or see these newer ones for themselves.
No, I think that's right. Did we talk about cookie cutter? Maybe. I think there was a criticism of American courses being cookie cutter courses, but certainly the golf course architects, is it Chrissy?
Kristen.
That is talking about, I mean, they're the who's who.
Yeah.
They've got more imagination and style and craft and ability to feel what's right in certain landscapes better than anybody else. So I think those guys know what they're talking about.
And I think Kristen lives in America too. I think she's American, I might be wrong on that, but I think so.
But look, there are courses I've been to, quite a few in Dallas that I would say are cookie cutters.
Mm-hmm.
But
you see a bit of that in Florida as well.
Yeah.
So.
You see some cookie cutters. You see them everywhere. You see them in links golf courses. Some of the little courses I've been to and tried to qualify for British Opens. I couldn't remember one hole from the next, because they all just seem to drift in to the same sort of look.
Yeah, in that sense is what the land gives you.
Yeah.
The cookie cutter is more when you get a bit of a blank canvas, and then some people have a bit of a template that they work off.
That's right. Bunker on the right, 250. Bunker on the left, which always suited you. Bunker on the right, because if I blocked it, it goes into that bunker. If I pulled it, it goes into the one a little bit longer. But for you, if you block it, it's short of the one on the left. And if you pulled it, it goes over the one on the right.
Hey, I look after
one
lefties.
on the lefties.
Message from Mark here, guys. I really enjoy the pod. It's great hearing golf stories from this part of the world. I play my golf at Springfield Golf Club in Rotorua, New Zealand, which is where Danny Lee played growing up. We had a local legend by the name of Don Boone, who passed away last year. He broke his age, get this, over 1,500 times.
Oh, Don Boone.
I remember playing at the club when he did it for the first time. He was 65 and he shot 64. Wow. That's pretty impressive.
That is.
That is sensational. Oh. The best thing you can do in golf, folks, is what everyone should be aiming for, because even if you are a 15 marker, right, and you shoot in your 80s, when you play well, you shoot in the 80s when you play well. That means you can kind of shoot in the 80s, maybe you just got to get to the 70s once or twice. When you're 70 and you're going to shoot your age, it's what everyone should be shooting for.
Now, speaking of shooting your age, this is from Bruce. Neil Twaits at Ballarat Golf Club beats his age every single time, and he must be at least 85.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's impressive too.
Well, what was Gary Player up to? 3,000 something or other? I can't remember what it was.
Mate, I watched him swing here as the ceremonial starter. I think I sent that through, Dan.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he swings the club still, he'd be breaking 80 still, and he's 91.
Probably, yeah. Especially with his short game.
If he played off the members' tees, he'd break 80 every time.
Not at Augusta, but
Not at Augusta.
other
no.
courses, yeah.
No.
Matt from Ocean Grove, you guys talking about players beating their age. Alice Cooper apparently shot 65 when he was 71. Now, Alice Cooper, the singer, is a mad golf nut.
Yeah.
When he's on tour around the world, he plays golf pretty much in every single stop that he is. He's mad for
he
it.
came to Melbourne. He played it. I think he got on all the biggies when he came to Melbourne.
he
I'm
loved
sure he's doing the same wherever he goes in Australia.
Yeah. I think his tour is routed in a way that allows time to do that. That's one of his stipulations. Righto. This, what have we got here? Okay, this is from Craig in Montmorency. Guys, the recent episode about your first ever clubs. I'm curious to know how many clubs, bags, putters and drivers you guys have in your garages at home. I image it, or I think it looks probably like a mini golf clearance outlet. By the way, if you ever get to play Royal Dornoch, be sure to play a course called Cruden on the northwest coast.
Cruden.
It's an old Tom Morris designed links
Heard
course.
about that, yeah.
I'll never play an open there, but it's very quirky nonetheless. Regards,
I've heard about
Craig.
Cruden. Righto.
So what's in your garage?
How many
boys?
bags?
I've got rid of a lot. I've got one. Remember the blue bag that used to sit behind me? I've got that one at home. I've got another couple little carry bags. I've got that wooden driver that I used in college golf for Texas Tech that was recently given back to me.
Oh, the one you lost.
Yeah, the one I lost for 100 years. It's got the X300 shaft in it. Still fun to waggle that thing. That's great fun. But look, I've always been a person who gives my stuff to people who would use them. So a lot of the juniors at either Huntingdale or Kingston Heath, where I've been members, they come over and raid my garage.
Raid the garage,
Yeah, they
yeah.
raid the garage.
For
It
all
might be
the
different for you
latest
being a
stock.
lefty.
I've given a lot of mine away as well. Funnily enough, my father-in-law who passed away a few years ago, he was a lefty.
He's a lefty,
and
yeah.
so he used to get a lot of my gear. My dad was a right-hander, so that was a tough one for him. But we had the same shoe size, funnily enough.
Oh,
so
there you go.
He gets some of the old foot joys, which is great. Has a wide foot like myself. But no, I've probably got. I've kept the President's Cups bags because
Yes.
they're special, and I kept one Tavistock Cup bag because all of those you'd also get all the players to sign.
Hang on,
sign
there's
the
a
bags.
Tavistock Cup bag.
Oh yeah. Every year you get a Tavistock. Oh, it's like playing in the Masters or the US Open. They give out a Masters
That'd
bag.
be like $1,000 bag.
It's pretty handy.
How many players playing the Tavistock Cup?
12 aside, I think it was. So 24.
There's 24,000.
Well, no,
20
but I've only
just
kept,
for the bags?
I've only kept one of them. So anyway, and then club-wise, I've got a bunch of old long putters, broomsticks. I've given a few of them away to someone who's struggling with their putting every now and then. I've kept a few of the older modelled irons that I used to use with ping, like the old, I think I've got an old i3 blade. I've got the S55, 56, 57s, all those. But so many Vokey wedges that are lying around, in one of the bags. So you just give stuff away, but you keep the sentimental ones.
Yeah.
So.
The one clubs I gave them away to an old caddy called Rob Williamson, who you see, and I gave him a set when I was when my one good year when I was playing really well. I was chased by Top Flight, would you believe? And they wanted me.
Dan.
They wanted me to use the Top Flight ball. Now I was a Titleist player, and I wasn't going to use this.
Would have been the Strata, right?
No, it was before that.
Oh,
it was a
okay.
Top Flight.
Gosh.
And
It would have been a rock.
You couldn't spin it.
No.
It was impossible. Anyway, I said to them, listen, at the time I was using Mizuno clubs. I said, listen, I use Mizuno blades. I said, I can't spin this ball. And this guy who was an American guy, they were talking $25,000 just the Australian tour just to use these clubs and the ball.
Really?
Plus bonuses. So
He's all about the bonuses. We know that.
the bonuses are very important. Anyway, so I said, listen, the only way I could use these clubs is if you could make the grooves bigger so I could spin the ball. And he goes, leave it with me.
Seriously?
Anyway, yeah, he said, leave it with me. Anyway, a month later, he's brought back these clubs that were made in the Mizuno factory. They were stamped Spalding, and the grooves were as big as my fingers. Right? They were the biggest grooves
They
you've
couldn't
ever
have been
seen.
conforming.
Totally illegal. They must have been. But he said, no, we had them checked. You're right to go. Anyway, I kept those clubs for 100 years. I kept them, and then I gave them to a friend of mine, Rob Huntley. Rob Huntley gave them back to me because, they were Spaldings made in the Mizuno factory.
Oh.
But recently I've given them to Rob Williamson because they're
Okay.
just clogging everything up. I didn't even look at them. But Rob's going to get them all re-chromed and everything.
Nice.
So, Rob, if you're listening, when you get them all done, bring them in and let's get the Titleist guys to measure the groups and just see how illegal they were, because I reckon I was using them when I came 5th in the Australian Masters. So maybe there could be an issue.
Oh,
Does the statute of limitations still apply? Or?
Well, it was a while ago, 1993. I shouldn't have said that.
we'll have to put an
I
we'll have to put an asterisk next to that top 10.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right, boys, that'll do.
Good on you, Dan.
Very good.
Thank you, Nick. Sorry for touching you.
Yeah, again.
Nice shirt.
Talk Birdie to Me with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen. Live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. Titleist, the #1 ball in golf. FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. The Golf Clearance Outlet, they beat everyone's prices. BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Better, ahead of the game. Ping will help you play your best. And Host Plus, they can help you drive your retirement further. Now that's a plus. Issued by Host Plus Pty Limited. This is general advice. Consider the PDS and TMD on our website before deciding. Wherever you listen or watch, we'd love you to subscribe and share the pod with a friend. Talk Birdie to Me's executive producer is Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media. Sound design by Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com. And now from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, that's been Talk Birdie to Me.